Chapter 1. The Haunting of Ravencroft Manor. Emma's heart raced as she stood before the ominous Ravencroft Manor.
The manor was rumored to be haunted, its dark history shrouded in mystery.
Emma, a curious historian, had arrived to uncover the truth behind the legends. She had been warned by the locals to stay away, but her determination outweighed her fear. As she stepped into the grand, decaying mansion, the air grew thick with the scent of mildew and rot. The manor's walls seemed to close in around her, the shadows dancing eerily as the wind howled through broken windows.
Emma's footsteps echoed through the empty hallways as she explored the manor. She felt a strange presence, as though she was being watched.
The portraits on the walls, their eyes following her every move, added to her unease. She found herself drawn to a locked door at the end of a narrow corridor.
The door was old and weathered, its keyhole rusted over,
but something compelled her to find a way inside.
After some effort, Emma managed to pick the lock.
The door creaked open, revealing a hidden chamber. Inside, she found an ancient book bound in black leather, its pages yellowed with age.
The book was filled with dark, arcane symbols and strange drawings that sent a chill down her spine.
She also discovered a small, silver locket on the floor. When she picked it up, she felt a strange energy pulsing from it, almost as if it were alive.
Emma pocketed the locket, her mind racing with questions.
That night, as Emma tried to sleep, she was plagued by nightmares.
In her dreams, she saw the manor as it once was alive with people, but tainted by a sinister force. A shadowy figure, its face hidden in darkness, stood at the center of the chaos, its eyes burning with malevolence.
When she awoke, she knew she had to dig deeper into the manor's past.
The answer to the curse that plagued Ravencroft Manor lay within its walls, and she was determined to find it.
Chapter 2. The Secrets of the Past. Emma spent the following days researching the history of Ravencroft Manor.
She discovered that the manor had once belonged to the Ravencroft family, a wealthy and influential lineage that had fallen into ruin. The last lord of the manor, Alaric Ravencroft, was said to have dabbled in dark magic. He had become obsessed with immortality and had performed forbidden rituals in secret. The manor had become a place of horror, its halls echoing with the screams of those who had fallen victim to Alaric's madness.
It was said that Alaric's wife, Lady Eleanor, had discovered his dark deeds and tried to stop him, but she was too late.
The curse that Alaric had unleashed consumed him and everyone in the manor.
Lady Eleanor had perished in the fire that destroyed the East Wing, but her spirit was rumored to still haunt the manor, trapped by the curse. As Emma delved deeper into the records, she found a reference to a hidden chamber beneath the manor. It was said to be the place where Alaric had performed his most powerful rituals. If the curse was to be broken, it would have to be there.
Chapter 3. The hidden chamber. Emma returned to the hidden chamber she had discovered, determined to find the secret passage that would lead her to the lower levels of the manor.
She searched the room, her eyes scanning the walls for any sign of a hidden door.
Her patience was rewarded when she found a loose stone in the wall.
Behind it was a narrow passage, barely wide enough to squeeze through. Emma lit a candle and descended into the darkness, the air growing colder as she ventured deeper into the bowels of the manor.
The passage led her to a vast underground chamber. The walls were lined with strange symbols, and at the center of the room stood a large stone altar. On the altar lay an ornate mirror, its surface cracked and tarnished. Emma felt a malevolent presence in the room, a dark energy that seemed to emanate from the mirror.
She realized that this was the source of the curse.
The mirror was the key to Alaric's power, and it had to be destroyed.
As she reached out to touch the mirror, a voice echoed through the chamber.
It was cold and cruel, filled with malice. "You cannot escape." Emma froze, her heart pounding.
The voice was followed by the sound of footsteps, slowly approaching from the shadows. She turned to see a figure emerging from the darkness. It was Lord Alaric Ravencroft, his form twisted and decayed.
His eyes burned with an unnatural light, and his smile was twisted into a cruel sneer. "You think you can break the curse?" he hissed.
"Foolish girl, you will join the others in the darkness."
Emma backed away, her mind racing. She had to find a way to destroy the mirror, but Alaric's presence was overwhelming. The darkness seemed to close in around her, suffocating her with its intensity. Desperately, she reached for the locket she had found earlier. As her fingers closed around it, she felt a surge of energy. The locket began to glow, its light cutting through the darkness.
Alaric recoiled, his form flickering as the light grew stronger.
Emma realized that the locket was the key to breaking the curse. With renewed determination, she held the locket high and stepped forward. The light from the locket grew brighter, driving Alaric back.
He let out a scream of rage and pain as his form disintegrated into shadows, vanishing into the darkness.
Emma turned her attention to the mirror. She raised the locket and struck the glass with all her strength. The mirror shattered, its shards scattering across the floor. As the mirror broke, the dark energy in the room dissipated, leaving behind an eerie silence.
The curse had been lifted, and the spirits trapped within the manor were finally free.
Chapter 4. The aftermath. With the curse broken, the oppressive atmosphere of Ravencroft Manor began to lift. The shadows that had once haunted the halls faded away, and the manor was bathed in light once more.
Emma returned to the surface, her heart heavy with the knowledge of what she had uncovered.
The history of Ravencroft Manor was dark and tragic, but she had brought peace to the restless spirits that had been trapped there for centuries. She left the manor with the locket in hand, a reminder of the battle she had fought against the darkness.
As she walked away, she couldn't help but feel a sense of closure.
The curse was broken, and Ravencroft Manor could finally rest. But the memory of what she had faced in the darkness would stay with her forever, a haunting reminder of the price of uncovering the truth.